Okay, hello, how you doing?
Hello, hi, how are you?
Okay, what is your name?
Amia, Pickney.
Okay, and what borough do you live in?
Bronx, New York.
Okay, so why did you come to FPA-Foundation? What obstacles and challenges you're facing as a parent dealing with Child Protective Services?
I came to FPA after seeing the video on YouTube, and I came here for support, advocacy, to work with a group that would help fight for me to get my kid. The obstacles I experienced with CPS in Cecil County, Maryland, CPS has been overwhelming. From 2013, when I was 8 months pregnant with my youngest child, I was reaching out for mental health services for my child. Whatever services I was able to get on my own, I got on my own. I succeeded and got those services on my own. But after, he still had some issues, so I wanted to get additional mental health services for him, such as family preservation services, home and community-based services, and intensive counseling, rather than once a week, maybe 3 times a week. And CPS gave me the runaround. They denied me services. They lied and said that they went in court. Excuse me. They lied and said that they gave me these services and that I refused them. Luckily, the services they said that they gave me, I had already had. I have documentation. I wrote letters. I came to New York to try to get my son transferred to a residential treatment center in New York. And because I wouldn't sign their service agreements, I wouldn't comply with certain things that was irrelevant to the case, they refused to transfer my son. I see it sort of as like blackmail, coercion, and corruption. I just want to be reunited with my child. They said the Maryland mission is to keep children in their home, in their communities, close to their parents. The state of Maryland moved, I was already living in New York, and they moved my child more than 300 miles away from me. They moved my child more than 300 miles away from me, I guess, trying to deter me, thinking that I wasn't strong enough to travel back and forth to Maryland to make the visits. And he's been in there since March of 2016. From March of 2016 to September of 2016, I made seven visits, including a visit I just made when I found out my son was abused by two other peers, where the staff member sat there and watched these 2 guys assault and abuse my child. My child lost his teeth. He got a big bite mark with broken lesions on his chest. He got stitches in 2 parts of his head. And I rushed down there because I'm worried for my son. I'm scared for my son's life and safety. I rushed down there Friday night with next to $0. And saw him for a short period of time. I did not come back to New York Friday night. My funds was low. I couldn't afford to stay in a hotel in Baltimore, Maryland. I was by myself. My child, my baby, was taken care of in New York. I took care of my business out there, and I couldn't afford to stay in a hotel. I slept in my car overnight just to be able to take care of a business I needed to take care with my son, to get a clear and accurate statement, written statement of exactly what happened from my son, and other things, as far as was a police report filed, because these people committed assault. They abused my child, and there was a child care worker there, a staff member there, that watched the abuse and neglect take place. She should be fired, and she should be held accountable. CPS should be held accountable. Aventis Behavioral Health System should be held accountable. And when I got up there, they would not give me the incident report nor the discharge papers from when my son was in the emergency room.
What message would you like to share with your elected officials, the public advocate, about your experience dealing with Child Protective Services. What would you like to share with them at this particular time?
Our due process rights are being violated, our human rights are being violated, and altogether I feel like our civil rights are being violated as well, and something needs to be done. There needs to be a more effective action for parents. There needs to be new laws in place. I'm not saying deplete ACS and CPS totally, but there needs to be some type of reform that protects parents. CPS and ACS, they shouldn't be taking kids for silly reasons, they're very minor, and to me they're very silly reasons where there is no neglect, no abuse, and maltreatment is not going on. Not to mention CPS and ACS come into your home and say this and say that without even having evidence. It's hearsay. And from my knowledge, hearsay should not be held up in a court of law. They go into court under oath and they lie too under oath. Now, if we as individuals did it, we would be in trouble. That's against the law to lie in court under oath. I'm sorry.
So let me ask you, so what message would you like to share with parents out there? Parents that are going through the same situation.
They should come here and join the fight and the movement with FPA. They should not open up their door. They should not sign something from CPS or ACS that they don't understand. It's something that's inaccurate. I don't care if they rushed you. You need to tell them, wait, stop, let me read this word for word, word for word. If you don't understand it, you need to tell them, wait, I need to go and speak with my attorney. I need to speak with somebody that understands this language in this service agreement or whatever kind of paperwork. Don't open up your door for ACS or CPS. If they do not have a warrant, they do not have the right to come into your home. If the cops can't even come in your home without a warrant, what gives them the right to come into your home without a warrant?
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to share before we end this interview?
I want to say, don't give up on your kids. Your kids love you. You love your kids. Whatever situation that brought them into the system, that's what it is. But don't give up on your kids. Keep fighting. Your kids are dependent on you. I know my kid is dependent on me. He really regrets whatever happened. He tell me sorry, and I had to sit here and say, no, baby, it's not your fault, because I was advocating for you. But I was advocating with the wrong people. I was trusting the wrong people that tricked me and said they would help. They did trick me and said they would help me. And that never happened. They never helped me. They never helped me. To this day, they don't even give me money for transportation to go back and forth. I know they are supposed to, but they make you jump through hoops and hollers for transportation. I've been traveling back and forth for a year and a half using my own transportation, my own gas, paying my own tolls. And one day I just wanted to see, since they was offering it, I just wanted to see what they was going to say. So I did say, yes, I would like to have assistance with transportation. Oh, well, you got to get all your receipts. You got to mail them out here to us, and then we got to put in this for this reimbursement. That, well, you know, we asked you before if you needed transportation, and you said no. Well, why would I ask somebody for something if I don't need it right then and there? If I have the money to do it on my own, why would I ask for something I don't need? So they put you through this big run around like what they did with me. So
let me ask you this: what is your background, educational background?
I have a 2-year degree in paralegal studies / law. I learned the basics of law, just the basics. And then I have a 4-year degree in sociology. I'm currently enrolling into school to study my master's in political science.
Well, thank you for your time today. We appreciate you coming in today.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.